Hi there, it's Shell, and Clint and Mom are inside. It is Thursday, and we did not have to work today, which was such a blessing. I'm not sure about tomorrow. I don't think we do, but you just never know. So I organized my desk. It was driving me absolute crazy. So all my papers for this project are in this basket. And I cleaned everything off. I know, surprise, surprise. But it does, I do end up doing that. You know, it just gets to a point where I just can't deal with it anymore. So I'm using my old camera because we still are having some issues with that other one. Gwendolyn pointed out that it's not quite, what did you say, Gwendolyn? It's not quite in focus, and it didn't look quite in focus to us either, and it's also flickering. Well, I read up on it, and they said you need tons of light in order for it to quit that flickering. So I don't know. I did order another one, and I think I'm just going to return it. I can't return the one I'm using because it I threw away the box. So anyway, it's fine. So anyways, we are going to look at this again and kind of start decorating some more. See, I thought I had a little thing in there. Oh well, we'll find it now that I cleaned up my space. Okay, so this is really bothering me. It's, you know, it's got so much glue on it, it's really tough. If I was to do this again, I wanted to talk to you about that. If I were to do it again, I would, you know, have a smaller piece. Let me show you. Just in case you're gonna, you know, plan on doing something similar. What I would do is I would do a hinge, or whatever it's called, and then put a page here and a page here. So you'd have 2 pages on this hinge thing, and then I would just sew it directly into the signature. I think that would, but you know, we're learning as we go. But yeah, we will be making another one like this, not too long future, because Clint wants to try to make the cover again. So yeah, but I mean, it's fine. You know, this part is mainly for looks anyways. There is going to be some journaling space because each one of them will have like little tags or something in here, and I'll still need to, you know, add all of that to the fronts. We're doing pretty well. I mean, we have those on there, we got this on here, and kind of mess around and see what else we want to add to the front. This is the main book. And somebody has said, and I thought it was such a cute idea, she said what she did is she put a fox or something in the back so that when she looked at it, you could see the fox here. I was thinking, what about a butterfly or something? That might be really cute. You know, just to kind of, I don't know if it, I mean, I don't think it matters on this book, but. So, Mom asked me, when are you going to be done with that? Said, I don't know, it might be a month. Just depends. I mean, I was just exhausted this morning. I feel like this is way too much blue, and I think I'm going to put a little bit of lace on it. I didn't sleep well last night because I had an idea in my head about the next couple of pages in here. I hate when that happens, you know it? But yeah, I was like, I couldn't keep my eyes open, so we went back. I went back to bed, and then Clint's like, oh, I think I'll go lay down too, and we both slept the day away. It's like 1:30 or so now. And I typically like to do my videos first thing in the morning, but I just couldn't this morning. I'm not sure, you know, if we're going to have to work tomorrow. Clint doesn't think so, and we hope not because it's going to be raining. I asked him, I said, you want to go hang that tarp on? I was hoping he said no because, man, I was so tired. Thinking I don't need to be climbing on a roof with And I don't like heights anyways, but you know, not being 100%, probably not the best thing. Hope you guys are doing well. We are going to mess around with the, you know, the new camera. I might end up keeping it, I don't know. But I did look, they still have some of these cameras that I'm using now. And I love this camera. It just, you know, they're like, the app is obsolete now and you can't, you know, look. Oh, I love that so much better. Just felt like that was just too bright. And I just happened to find this lace on my desk when I was cleaning up, and I was like, oh, let's just try it and see if it works. Then I might kind of tone that down just a little bit. It's just a little bit bright. So, let me see. Yeah, I was kind of going through the book in my sleep last night, kind of while I was laying there, and I was thinking, oh, I need to do this, and how would I do it, and all that. So it's kind of like I got no sleep. I still want something here, I think, and probably something here. Though I'm thinking, because you have all this journaling space, maybe something that folds up, so you could journal here, or, you know, pocket, so you have a lot of space there. Let's see. And then I was thinking last night, oh, we have this big mat, you know, big open spot here, but I've forgotten. You know, I'll just put one of those big cards in there. You know, just like that maybe. This one is December, but you know, it's fine. Because whoever uses this might use it through December, who knows. And there's so much going on, you don't even have to journal in here. I know several people who prefer to have something that is already decorated for them, just so they can look at it, and I think this is one of them. These I love. Isn't that awesome? I just love those. And I also thought about putting a little piece of lace down here, but I might not. I haven't decided yet. But in my head I was going through the whole book. Because I knew we were right here in this area. And actually, I have like a bee. That would be really cute. I'm trying to use what is right here in the vicinity. I have a bee and a flower. Let's just use those for the signatures. And actually, I just had an idea for this area. I might not need these. Hold on. Let's set those aside. I was thinking, what if I do like an envelope? You know, a lot of times when you put an envelope in, though, it really wouldn't be sewn in, would it? Because of this is already sewn in. I don't know. Let me keep thinking about this. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. Let's work on this page. But this page is so empty and everything. I do have my, did I put that over here? My stencil, because that would help kind of tone down this page. Here it is. And a little stencil brush. Tell you, we live right next door to, you know, a country home, and they have cows. They raise cows for meat and stuff, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, the cows are mooing. I don't think, you know, I think they've just started having babies, so I don't think that, you know, they're screaming because of, you know, the babies or have been taken away from them. I don't know what the deal is, but it's kind of like, oh, jeez. Because it doesn't matter, you know, you can put put earplugs in or whatever. And it's usually like 3 days when they take away the babies. I'm just going to kind of do it lightly as we go. Just because I don't need it, you know, necessarily all that dark or whatever. I just like a little bit of something, something. It's windy, windy though. Again, and supposed to have rain. It's actually chilly out here. I walked out and I was like, I probably should have wore a jacket. I didn't go back though, but I should have. Set that there. Oh, but yeah, so that is okay. So my idea is to, I was thinking about an envelope. I don't think the envelope's going to work, which is fine, because I want something that we can journal on, you know, use now and not just store stuff in. So this is what I'm thinking. Just seeing, you know, what size I have. And actually, I think I want solid or semi-solid. This would work. Okay. Okay. Let's go. This is actually one of those very first secret journaling spots that I ever did. Clint designed it. And this is an 8 by 8 page. I'm going to do 6 by 6, I think. By 6. Just kind of, I think that's a good size. But I was thinking last night that I have all those little butterflies from yesterday that we didn't use. So I'm going to use them in today. And then I need 1 or 2 more 6 by 6s. So I'm going to grab a couple of cardstocks. I'll be right back. Okay, I have these cardstock from Miss Kathy June. It's always nice just to have a plain cardstock. Again, I'm going to do a 6 by 6. And these cutoffs work really well for where's my 6? Here it is. For tags and stuff, so that will not go to waste. And then 1 more 6 by 6. Do you guys know where I'm going with this? If you've been with me for a while, you probably know. 6 by 6. And I could have just used, you know, 6 by 6 paper, but I just wanted something kind of plain. Okay. So, I think I'm going to round all the corners. I think that would be really nice. I was trying to use my little handheld vacuum, and I was going to vacuum my desk because, you know, it gets dusty and stuff, and while I was cleaning it. And then I thought, have I ever emptied this thing? It took me like 5 minutes to figure out how to empty it, so I don't think I ever have. And it needed emptied, but it also needed charged, so that's just the way it worked. So this is super simple. If you have foam tape, I really like foam tape. You really need something to kind of build this up a little bit. So you're going to have a bottom one, you're going to have a middle one, and then you're going to have a top one. And I wanted the decorative one to kind of be on top. Okay. So I am going to cut this. I did get this foam tape on Amazon, and then it discolored, but it seems still fine. I don't need it this thick. You could leave it this thick, but you know, if you can save a little bit. Why leave it so thick? It doesn't have to be perfect here. Okay, so work on the bottom one first. So I want this like in the center, which would be, you can kind of line it up on here. I did throw away my non-stick piece because it was pretty ragged, and I forgot to get a new one, so that's fine. Okay, and then I'm going to go here and here. So we're going to have a pocket here and a pocket here. So guys are doing well. Again, I think I already said that, but you know how I am. I forget what I'm talking about because my mind goes in one direction while I'm rambling, which is why I'm called the Rambling Crafter. Tend to ramble, but like I said, you know, a lot of my videos are an hour long. Sometimes you run out of things to talk about, and sometimes I make more than one video at a time, like a day, so you kind of ramble about whatever you hear. Let's see, I'm trying to move that over just a little. Now this one I'm not too concerned about building it up or whatever. I did have these pieces, but see, that's going to be a little bit too small, too short. This one would actually work. So what I'm going to do, I like to go ahead and do the pages, the secret journaling spots, before I put the edges on, because you just don't know, you know. It's kind of like, I can't get this to fit. So I am cutting these a little bit longer than they need to be, but there's a reason for that. Okay, so I have one for here and one for here. Okay, I'll set those aside, and then I am going to stack this other kind of manila color one on top of this. Take some finagling. When we first created this, it was a circle, and it was like a half circle. I have since simplified it, and it's still one of our favorite ones. One of my favorite ones to do. Go ahead and glue this. I think it would be fine without it, but I just want to precautionary. But yeah, I was working this through in my head last night. I was like, Michelle, what are you doing? Go to sleep. Okay, so just make sure that that is pretty straight. Okay, so we have a pocket this way. You can kind of see it coming this way and this way. So we're going to turn that, and we're going to put our line through here, through the middle right there. So again, let's kind of line this up. I always have this underneath that one secret journaling, or beneath my non-stick thing, and then a lot of times you'll see me counting or something. That's what I'm using to count. Okay. Let's see. Actually, let's just do it like this, because I don't don't know. And I will still need some of these, I think. No, I won't. I will, but not for another pocket, you know. And you can stack this as much as you wanted. If you wanted to go up another one, you definitely could. I think I cut this way too long. You could put this on, you know, more on the bottom to do it. But I tend to just like it enough on the top. You know, just a couple of them. And I have some little ones. Actually, I'm not going to use this one because I have another use for those smaller pieces. Okay, so again, I'm going to grab this other one, cut it down. Well, my desk gets so messy so quick. I know these are about the same. It doesn't really matter, but there we go. Okay, so we've got 4 of those. I just like to make sure that I have what I need. This one isn't that bad, but we used to have like pie shapes. And the pie shapes, oh my gosh. You'd have to, because when you do half a circle or a circle, you know, you end up with pie shapes. And so you really wanted to do your secret journaling spots soon, you know. I do still have 2 journals in this studio. I do have full flipper in the store, which is the Ramblin' Crafter on Etsy, and they both have tons of secret journaling spots in them. So just to let you know, if you are looking for any. Okay, so there is our thing. I mean, it's really simple when it's, you know, when it's not doesn't take that much time. And you can trim it, like here I didn't really get it lined up exact. I would either, well, it might not even matter, but you see here you'll have the bottom piece will go there, and then one on this one, like there. So there you go. So you might not even be able to see that, but if it bothered you, you could just kind of trim it. Sometimes it's just hard to, and I was thinking, well, I should stack it and then, you know, make sure, but because these are sticky, the foam tape, it doesn't really give me any leeway. So there we go. So yeah, so let's go ahead and pop that on here. So, and the reason I do a solid bottom is so that the the edges will, when it's a solid bottom, it will kind of open up your pockets a little bit better, I think. And I think I've done it where, you know, maybe I'll make a pocket out of this too, but I do like to just glue this whole thing down. And when you're gluing it, you just want to make sure that you're going to have enough room to open it. You know what I mean? There we go. Is that pretty straight? I think it is. There we go. You know, to pull out your things. I mean, it does tend to lay pretty flat, so that's a good thing. Yeah, Mom's like, how long is that going to take you? I'm like, as much time as I get to spend on this thing, probably another month. I don't think it'll take that long, but I still have a lot to decorate. And I'm making it because I really want, you know, there to be almost like as much in this, in the back half, for you to journal on as like a regular journal would. So that's my issue. Okay, so speaking of those one thingamajiggies, butterflies, I think I put them in here. And I also have these circles. I'm going to pull those out too because I might want to use those. Maybe on the other page, I don't know. So much creativity in this journal. I always think, oh, I need to keep that one for me. But then I would just have way too many. Do I have those? I have another place where I was putting some stuff and they may have ended up in there. They were right here, I mean. Huh. The lace and stuff. I do. Okay, let me look in this other box, but I did not think I put them in here. But I kind of grabbed all the small stuff that was laying out on the desk and popped it in here until I can go through it. If I could just find one, then I would, okay, then I would feel like, oh, you know, I found them all. Okay, good. So I found those, and I need one more because we have 4 sides. Let me see what else I have in here. And I might kind of do like we did on the belly band. Because, you know, it's kind of plain and stuff, and I kind of like that. What's this one? Okay, we can use him. But yeah, this is kind of my junk that was laying around. Okay. Okay, so, but I'm thinking we'll have one here. One here. Remember that from yesterday? And I need to go ahead and do this little guy. Let's see. Oh. But yeah, it was just like, I was thinking about this last night and I was just driving myself crazy. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and for this cover, and because I still haven't decorated the cover, you know, it looks, it could be finished the way it is, but I know I need to glue down the circles, and then I think we're going to put some other stuff around it, but, you know, I have to think about it, because like somebody said, it was like a flower garden, and it was, and I agree, but I kind of want that aesthetic, you know, when we're done, so we'll see how that works out. Poor Wilbur, it's not feeling good, so he was laying with Grandma. And Grandma's room is right next to the bathroom. We only have 2 rooms. One's ours, one's Grandma's. And the bathroom is in between. So I was in the bathroom, and I always take my iPad in there, and all of a sudden I heard, "Man, you're a load." So I look, Grandma only leaves her door open, about 12 inches or so. That's just how far it stays open. And so I look in there to see who's laying with her. And when she said that, I was like, oh, I gotta look, as soon as I get out of the bathroom. So I stepped out, and Cubby, oh my gosh, guys, you should see him. He is just, Grandma's like, I am just in love with this little guy. Because, he didn't have really much of a personality. He didn't feel good and stuff. Well, now he does. So he is just like running around, and he kept running up to Grandma's face, and he's rubbing all over her face, and I got pictures. It was kind of like, oh, I got to see what, is going on. And he was just, yeah, he was just in love with Grandma. Okay, so my thing is it going to be too much? So let's see. I got to figure out a way, though, to, something to kind of decorate it. Typically what I do is I would cut it here and here, and then you would just have like a tab, and then whatever you have here would just sit on the tab. We could totally do that. But is that something I want to do? You know what I mean? I don't know. I got to figure this out, because I mean, we'll probably still like have a tab, but something like that. I don't want it too long. And then like on this side, what am I going to put so it doesn't, I don't want it, over the side of the thing. I mean, that's kind of cute. Kind of like that. Okay, well, let's just keep playing, because it's what we're here for, isn't it? We're all about the playing. I think, too, if I trimmed these out in some color I had here, like maybe this frayed burlap. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted a really dark color. And I don't have my alcohol markers out here. But I think if we kind of frame these out, they would kind of pop from the things. But look at that. Isn't that cute? I think I'm going to like that. This one I actually would turn it so it's up the way out in the direction I want it to be. But I was thinking maybe something like this. I could trim it. Ooh, I like that actually. And then I wouldn't have to cut this, sorry, I wouldn't have to cut this down as much. You would just glue it. You glue it on your card, and then it kind of goes over the thing. So this one, or something like this, might be better over here, because you want it kind of flat. And actually, that's not bad, because, you don't want it to, you want to be able to close the book. And actually, that's kind of cute. If it hangs like this, and this guy, I'd probably still go ahead and put him like that. But this guy would be like there, and look, you could have all that space. I'm going to do that right now as soon as I edge this guy. Let me grab my ink blender. Clint sells these ink blenders if you're looking for any. I have like 6 of them. This one. I kind of like that though, because you don't expect it. It looks like it's attached. I think the edges are hold on. are lower ones. Yeah, the sides are the lower ones. So here I would use some tape, just kind of raise that up a little bit. Let me pull this out, and I'm going to kind of center it. I'm going to cut probably about right here. I just don't want to see any of the paper. Yeah, I felt so bad for Clint. He's like, honey, go lay down and take a nap. Because I got up like at 3 this morning. But I was up at midnight and 10 and midnight and all that. So see, you have, since I kind of cut it a little bit, I know it's a funky shape, but that's not going to matter. And because that's the way it's going to be, and then if we go ahead and put our this on it to raise it up, just a little bit of glue, just because it kind of turned upside down, in case there's any fuzz or anything, dust. And that's just going to give me, it's going to be easier to get back on the, sorry, there's a piece of fuzz. Okay, I know that right here is the cutout for that. It's going to kind of give me the clearance that I need. So, let's move these guys just for a minute. And because it goes on the bottom one, see how perfect? Oh, I love it. And it clears, so that's the good thing. So where's my butterfly? Lost it. Oh, here it is. And then he can be like here, you know, so it's like he's laying. And I could even put some foam tape on there. I just want to make sure that I glue it either here or here, so it either moves with this or it stays, you know, like here. So I would probably just make sure that it stays there. Probably like this, maybe. I think I'll just glue him down. He's so cute. Okay, we're just going to glue him. But I don't want to glue him, you know, all the way down because I don't want him to be stationary. Did have good news. We actually got Mom some hearing aids. Supposed to be here Monday. Clint found a pair online yesterday and he's like, "Hon, what do you think of those?" And I was like, "Those are like the size she's been wanting." And I showed her and she's like, "Yes!" So we're going to try them. We're getting them from Amazon, so if we don't like them, we can return them. Which I think is good because, you know, she's not going to spend tons of money. But I think they were less than $200, which is not bad. Look, I love it. Okay. So that's kind of how we're going to do the rest of these. So let's kind of see what we want to do. I'm thinking about this for up here, but you know, I like the long thing too. So if I can find longer ones, you know, that might be the way to go instead of, I kind of like that. I mean, this guy could come down. Or, you know, it doesn't even have to be like right on the edge. Maybe that wouldn't would throw people off, which might be good. And I might put like some gems here. I think I will actually. Good idea. Okay. Uh-oh, you hear that? Doesn't happen very often in our area. Missed it. But yesterday, that way that we always drive up to Durango and everything? There was a fatality. Oh, it was so horrible. We saw it in the newspaper or on Facebook. And there was a head-on collision. And, I mean, that car was demolished. But it was yesterday, which we didn't have to go to Durango yesterday. It just amazes me how God works. Because I could see us, having to be right in the middle of that. And, I mean, things like that happen to us all the time where, you might get irritated a little bit. Why is this stoplight taking so long? Or, and I've had to tell Clint over the years, hun, there's a reason for it. And I don't know how many times, something has happened and just a few minutes later we could have been right in the middle of an accident or a murder. That's happened too. We've actually talked to a murderer and then he ended up murdering somebody after we left. So yeah. Ooh, what about that one? That's awfully pretty, and that could kind of go like that. I think I have another one. If I had another one, maybe we could like double it. Kind of have it come over longer. Oh, look at that. Hold on. I like the blue in it. But yeah, let me tell you about the murder because I know your guys are like, oh my gosh, Michelle, what happened? So a few years ago, well, many years ago now, we would always stop at this rest area. Just right outside of Cortez. You can look it up. And this guy, I was with Clint that day because Clint doesn't tend to stop at rest areas. He just, go behind a tree. He doesn't care. And I was with him, so we stopped at this rest area. So this guy approaches Clint. He says, hey, do you know there's a bunch of Indian runs? Because we're known in the area for Indian runs. He says, you want to take a walk back there? And Clint says, oh no. He says, I know there's tons of Indian runs all over the area, here and everything. And so I come out from the restrooms and we leave. Well, a few days later, we found out that later that day, the guy talked to somebody and they lured him into the, to look at the Indian runs and killed him, murdered him. And, yeah, could have been us. I know. You just don't know. Things like that happen. And I mention them occasionally because I've seen God work in my life so much. I'm a Christian. I was saved when I was like 4 years old. And, yeah, you see God work. When you're looking for God, you see Him. Because one time my mom and I were, my mom, we're going to, ooh, look at that one. I like that one too. Anyways, we were going to Texas. I would cut those off. And Mom was driving, and we always stop at this one area, always. And she says, Shell, I'm not going to stop this time. And I'm like, I'm fine with that. I don't need to stop, And all of a sudden, she starts pulling into the exit to go into this area. And I said, Mom, why are you stopping? She said, Michelle, I have to stop. I have the worst headache. I said, okay, well, let's stop. So we went in, walked around. It was just like this big area. And so we got out and we walked around. and went to the bathroom, and, you know, I mean, like 15 minutes. We weren't there very long, 10, 15. And then she said, let's go. And I said, how's your headache? And she looked at me and she's like, you know, it's totally gone. So we get in the car and we're tootling down the road. Two 18-wheelers had ended up crossing the median and went across our highway and had jackknifed and everything, and we would have been right in the middle of it. And I believe that's why we were kind of diverted that day. So I've seen it in tons more of ways. I told you I'm a rambler. Looking for another one of these. I thought I had another one. Might have used it. If I did, you know, do I want that or do I want something else? But yeah. Okay, I don't want any of those. I guess I don't have another one of those. Let me think. Do I have more? But what I love about telling my stories is I'll have people email me and say, Michelle, I had to tell you my story. And, you know, that's what I love, is sharing what has happened to us, and then also, you know, hearing what has happened to other people, because that's so, I mean, just amazing. So I'm going to pretend that these are like climbing roses. My mom always had climbing roses. A lot about my mom today, huh? My mom passed away 2016. That's another story, guys. There we go. And then I am going to go ahead and lift that one up too. Copper ambulance. Try something, make sure I have it in the right space, because I don't want it to I cut it down there. I think it'll be okay. Now this is going to be your journaling spot, but if you wanted, you could put like a little hinge on it. And like down here, fold it over and put like coffee dye paper so you have a bigger journaling spot. That would work too. So I am going to put just another little piece of this. Like here, I think. I mean, you can make extra, you know, journaling. Move it up just a touch, like that. Okay, I like that. Plenty of give there, and then we could just put him there too. Again, you just want, you know, the piece you're going to take out, you don't want it to glue down to the other. If you want it down further, you would probably put it on here, and then you'd have to kind of finagle it. This one is too short, I feel, because I got the big ones now on all of them, and I'm really loving that. So I wish I had another one of those. I would definitely double up on it. I have this one, which could work. Kind of like that, actually. What do you think? Okay, we'll go with that. That one's kind of fun. So let's do this. Clint got a new game on his PlayStation. He was like, honey, I want you to help me play it. So I need to finish this up and go help him play. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. I think I'm going to just put it here, maybe. But yeah, the one guy who said, can you guys come over on Thursday? He never called back, or, you know, so we assumed he didn't want us. Figure we would have heard something by now. Like, why didn't you come over? And, you know, so I'm going to need you tomorrow. That was... almost had it down too far right there. And if it, you know, if that's not tall enough, the foam, then by all means you could double it up. You know, I mean, I think it lays just fine. How do we want this guy? I think just like in the center, kind of like the rest of them. That one's a little off, but yeah, I've had some experience making secret journaling spots for sure. And then didn't I have one for down here, or did I not? Okay, and if I did, where is it? Oh, you guys. I kind of like that though. I think it's really charming. And then I love how it turned out where that butterfly is like perfectly in the center. You know? I think something like this would be cute, but it just isn't the right design or something. You know, you would almost have to double it up or something. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like that. Okay. It's purple. Maybe something like this. Again, you don't want it, you know, too far off. This one we already used. I don't want that. I love Gerbers. I don't know if those are, but if they are, I love them. I love Gerbers. Okay, Michelle, what do you have here? This is that one we just used. What are these? Oh, that looks pretty. Okay, let's go with that. And I could have put like all my secret journal, or my, could have went around it and stuff. I didn't feel a need to, so I'm fine with that. Again, you don't want it too far down. Maybe right there. because I want you to be able to stand the book up in your library or whatever. So, without too much hindering it on the bottom. And yes, I will be selling this. I think I already told you that. It's been a while. It's been a while. Okay, so this will go here. And like that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave that so we can kind of put the pieces on. And look at that, I think I used all that foam. Did have it like this, didn't I? I think I did. Just make sure that is good, and yeah. Isn't that cute? I love that, and then we'll put him right here. Then I'm going to go ahead and put gems on them, and then I'll say goodbye because I know we're getting long-winded last couple of days. I think because I'm so excited to do this journal, it's just so much fun, you know, and I think the next thing I need to do is clean out these drawers over here. Okay, I think we're going to use these. But isn't that cute? I love that idea. I think it's so fun. My little gem picker-upper. This one, I think I might put like this pink. I'm going to do like 3 because I like odd numbers. I'll link this below if I remember. I know I probably haven't linked half the things I need to because I've been so busy. I'll try, and if there's something that you want to see that I haven't linked, then just let me know. Perfect. This one, I'm going to do this dark. I think those would be really pretty. 5 on that one. That one's a big little guy. Big little guy. Windy. Actually, I wonder if it'd be easier just to do this. I think it might. I'll just do the 3. Looked bigger than it is. That's cute. I mean, I could do the green here. And then this one, I think I'll do the white maybe. Pearlescent. I'm just going to do the 3. Cute, and then I guess we'll just go with the green. so much static on these guys. Oh geez. So it's kind of hard to deal with them. And usually when the glue kind of grabs them, it will take them off of your little thing, usually. I love that. What do you guys think? Tell me the truth, but be nice. What do you think? I love that. I'm just going to leave it just like that. But yeah, again, you can journal in here. And if it starts falling out, you know, go ahead and do your secret. I mean, put another piece on it. That's going to kind of bulk it up. Let me just kind of show you. I'm not going to do it to this one because I don't know if I'm going to do it to all of them. Make yourself a little hinge, maybe with coffee dye paper or whatever, and then glue this on. And it usually will kind of will stay straight. Okay, so there you go. And then when you put it in, it will kind of add a little bit more bulk, and so it's not going to fall out as easy. So I might revisit that with these. So I don't want it falling out on you either. So guys, what do you think? I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.